Hello! Today I'll be showing the process for something you probably may or may not have already seen if you've been keeping up with my uploads lately. And that is this sort of avatar persona thing. Basically just my persona as my channel avatar or something like that. This was mainly inspired by ABD Illustrates since he has this kind of channel avatar thing too, as well as Water Clover and some other artists I've seen having something similar in their channels. I've already actually used this in a previous video, specifically the 3-month art compilation video I did, and on a whole bunch of YouTube shorts too. So yeah, this might already be a familiar sight to anyone who has seen some of my videos around recently. I actually finished this back on March 15, but I will admit I'm only able to get around to actually sitting down and editing the video for the process of this, since I've been very busy with a bunch of school and video things lately. I won't bore you with any of the details, but one of the things that has slowed down my process is, and you'd know this if you follow me on Artfall, another hard drive crash. I think this is like the millionth time my external hard drive had crashed, and although I managed to recover most of my files, since my hard drive just magically started working again after I plugged it into my laptop, I actually lost the original file for this artwork while backing up all of my files after the said hard drive crash. But I do still have all of the images I exported as well as the recorded footage of the process of this. So that whole messy endeavor aside, I'll actually get to talking about the actual artwork now. I didn't go overboard with this and just went with some simple poses and some simple rendering. I drew 5 poses in total, one of her with her open palm basically saying hi, a second one of her with her arm extended, a third one with her index finger up, a fourth one which is just a relaxed pose with her arm down, and a last minute addition of a 5th pose that's very obviously ABD Illustrates inspired, basically her with her drawing tablet and stylus and such. The rendering, as I already mentioned, is just very simple. Basically just some flat colors, colored line art, a bit of shading, a bit of airbrushing, and a bit of highlights. I really wanted to save a lot of time for this, which is why the whole rendering process is so simple. And surprisingly, this only took me around 6 hours to finish. And I say only because I had initially expected to take maybe 10 hours to finish this. 6 hours may or may not be a lot depending on how long you usually draw for, but it was definitely less time than I expected for me. Especially since I did all of the sketching for the 4 other poses digitally, since I usually sketch everything first in my paper sketchbook before drawing over the sketches digitally to save time. I really thought having to sketch digitally for a whole lot of the process would slow me down, but apparently it didn't. Although I did actually go back and fix a few things probably a few days after I initially finished this. Like, one of the eyes used to be spaced quite far from the other eye, which you could actually see in some of my YouTube shorts. So I fixed that. And for the 4th pose, I actually didn't notice until a few days after that I actually forgot to draw the glove on one of her hands. So I went over and fixed that too. I'm actually glad I managed to fix those little things before I ended up accidentally losing the main file for this. So yeah. Also, I was debating whether or not to give her the usual bracelet I draw her wearing, or give her a drawing glove instead. But I ultimately ended up going for the drawing glove, since I will mainly be using this for art speed paint videos. So, well, it fits the theme and purpose, so why not just go for it? If the glove fits, I guess. I might actually add a few more poses to this in the future when I have time, or when I get bored of using and seeing the same 5 poses over and over again. That being said, I will still be using this likely for a lot of my future videos before it gets updated by future me sometime in the future. I can't really remember anything else I wanted to say about this off the top of my head, since it has been a while since I worked on this. So I think that about wraps this all up. Instead of showing you a little showcase of the finished piece, let's go ahead and model it. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It certainly takes a bit more editing time to get this thing to move, but I think it's actually quite worth it. So yeah, with everything said, a huge thank you for watching once again, and I hope you have a great day.